Welcome to this episode of The Return of the Deadeye. I'm the last Deadeye, bringing you another hunt out of Saint Denis. We are heading north up these train tracks to some of the first birds you're going to see outside of town. And there's a little bit of a glitch or exploit that I'm going to perform in getting the alligators to disappear and the birds to spawn in their place. And I noticed during this episode that trampling fish will make birds fly away. So that's something good to know when you're doing this method. Try to avoid trampling the fish. I do have a little bit of trouble getting the birds to, killed because I scare some away with the fish. That explains the longer duration on this run. This should only be like an 8 or 9 minute run out here and back from the tops, if everything goes smoothly. So the trick is, you want to be looking out in the ocean. Kill these alligators while you're looking out in the ocean. And have your back inland, because you don't want to be, like your screen has to be facing out in the ocean, not just your player's back. See it, when I looked north there, I could see that there were no birds yet. So you want to skin these, and then what's going to happen is, see, there's no more alligators. All the alligators are gone. Are there any birds yet? There might be a couple birds there. I can't really make it out right now. Yeah, there's birds out there. But the birds we want are not there yet. And we're too close to their spawn point right now. We need to move a little further away from the spawn point where the birds that we want are going to spawn. So after skinning these gators up, now see, there's spoonbill out there too. That's what we're looking for, is spoonbill. So you could work on that spawn, which is closer to the butcher. But I'm going to work in this area here, right where I'm pointing my reticle. That little piece of land there will have as many as 4 spoonbill. So I'm going to try and get them to spawn there. So I really like shooting them at that point. So I come out here, and then I look back, and we don't have any spawn yet. So I'm just going to keep going back out in the water, keep looking back out over the ocean. And I need to be far enough away from that little sandbar in order for those birds to spawn. And when I'm far enough away, I need to be looking out in the ocean at the same time for them to spawn. Both things have to happen. I need to be far enough away and be looking away for them to spawn there. So I'm trying to get them to spawn, and there's still some over there. I'm looking, because sometimes you can get like even more than 4. It might be 6 or something over in that other area. And if that's the case, then sometimes I go over and take some shots at them, but I definitely prefer this spot here. And this little piece of grass right in front of me, there's usually heron on top of this too. Just birds all over the place over here. Okay, now see, now I have spoonbill over there. No, that might be heron. It doesn't matter. The spoonbill are going to spawn. You're going to see them spawn. There they are. We got 3 of them there, or 4. Oh, there's 4 of them. See? All of a sudden, there's 4 spoonbill. That's, 10 spoonbill feathers. That's $19.50. Plus a perfect carcass is $4 each. So put 2 perfect carcasses on your horse. That's $8. So you're looking at $27.50. That's not counting meat and flight feathers. These are money. These are good money. And that's only $28, something like that, not counting what you're getting in heron or crane or even pelican if you get lucky with pelican. Now, I don't know of any pelican spawns right in this near vicinity. I do know some further north. But you have an opportunity sometimes during daylight hours of catching pelicans flying overhead. And the perfect pelican carcass is worth more than a perfect heron or a perfect crane, but not a perfect spoonbill. Spoonbill, their carcass and their plumes are top pay in this area. I'm not sure about the egret because we can't sell them to the butcher. There's a glitch, so don't even bother with egret. Just ignore that they're even there. Maybe eventually when they get fixed, then the egret will be top tier with the spoonbill too. I don't know. You can like go in story mode. I guess you can sell them in story mode. So if somebody knows what they sell for in story mode, the egret plumes, leave a comment down below and let us know, because I'm curious about that. Because they do spawn in this area, and it would be really nice to have an idea of how much you could potentially earn in this area if you got egret too. When they fix it, this could be a real hot spot if egrets are as much as spoonbill. Could you imagine being able to fill up on 2 stacks of $20 feathers? That just would be spectacular. There's egret over by that other spoonbill spawn. There's like 2 or 3 egret that spawn in that area too. So if egret get fixed so we can sell them in online mode, I might have to switch up to that southern more spoonbill spawn and start focusing on that instead, which might change my hunt up a little bit. If you have any questions on how this works, leave a comment down below. I do have some other instructional videos in my channel and some playlists. You go check those out and get an idea of how to work this method a little more. I try to explain a little bit each video, what I can, but I don't always touch all the points on every video. So feel free to drop a question down below. Now there is a view of the map I'm going to mark right now. Right there is where the spoonbill spawn that I just took, those 4 spoonbill. Now I'm going to show that map again at the end of the video, so if you missed it, just catch it at the end of the video. It'll be there for you too. Other than that, I'm going to skin this bird up, head into the butcher, and oh yeah, on the way to the butcher, I'm going to run into some pelican. It's like just after 5 a.m., which is when they start spawning. Ironically, I look at the time in game right before I hear them squawk, because I was actually wondering a little bit about the pelican and the time of day, and then I heard them squawk and I looked up and I was close enough to the butcher where after killing them, I'm just going to run to the butcher. So I'm going to be taking 3 carcasses in, but only on 1 horse. I didn't even run out of action. I was so close. It's like right up here by this campfire is where, and just like, you're going to hear them in a moment. Just listen. That's a pelican. What you just heard there. If you heard that in the game, then those are pelicans. It's $1.20 per feather, but the perfect carcass I think is $3.50. You'll see when I sell it to the butcher how much it is. Alright, well I'll just leave the butcher for you. You can see me sell this off. I don't really need to explain how that works. I'm sure everyone knows. I appreciate your view. Thanks for coming in. I hope that this brought some knowledge to you. You learned something here. Now, this is a pretty good run. $359 rate per hour. I'm not complaining at $65 in 11 minutes. I'm happy with that. It's not the best of runs. You can do better here, but it's not the worst either. My last run prior to this was only like $260 per hour. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. This is one of the average ones, maybe a hair above average. Alright, I'll catch you next time. This last Deadeye. Until I see you then, happy hunting.
Pretty standard fare these days. Okay, then. See? Appreciate it. Pretty standard fare these days. Done and done. Okay, then. Appreciate it.